offering $1.3 billion. It's gotten to the point where Democrats claim they want border security. It doesn't seem like they're willing to give anything. Trump says he'll shut down the government. What's going to happen?
Well, I think what President Trump did today was brilliant because it showed the Democrats for what they are, unwilling to negotiate on this, unwilling to give President Trump the votes for anything that he's asked for. To be clear, the $1 billion that they're offering is heavily restricted. We saw this in March. It doesn't allow any new spending to go towards President Trump's border wall prototypes, and it strictly limits where the wall can be built. So that is not the wall. What Democrats are offering right now is not the wall. So I think we're finally seeing a Republican that's willing to go to the mat, and that's President Trump on this issue. Congressional Republicans have been a disappointment on this issue for 2 years. So I think we're finally seeing some muscle out of the Republican Party. I think President Trump is leading on this. I think we're going to go to the mat. I'm not sure we're going to get a shutdown because, again, and President Trump pointed this out, when the Democrats did this exact thing earlier this year, it ended up being the Schumer shutdown. It lasted for 3 days, and Democrats had egg on their face.
Right, and that was over DACA, remember. That was Senator Schumer, and that was over DACA. And 3 days, that's all it lasted before they caved. So here's the thing. I don't think Chuck and Nancy are on the side of the majority of the American people here. The majority of the American people, Democrats and Republicans, want a secured border. We don't want open borders. We don't want a free flow of people and crime, drug traffickers, human traffickers, sex traffickers coming over our border without regulation. That's an American principle. That's not partisan, one party or the other. We have a CBS poll that said 51% of Americans support a border wall, a Harvard-Harris poll that says 54% support both physical and electronic barriers at the border. How could Chuck and Nancy think that they are going to win, or how could they win when the majority of the people are against them?
Well, this is the game they play. They love to demagogue on this issue and then say, Trump's a racist, Trump's all these things, but then they have no actual solutions. And that's why I think this Oval Office meeting was so helpful, because it forced the Democrats into the spotlight to say, hey, they don't have any solutions. In fact, if you look at the meeting, President Trump was the only one who came with actual statistics about how effective walls are and who is crossing our border. Chuck and Nancy had nothing to show for that. They didn't even have anything to combat those with, because they know the answer is, look, we have a border security problem. We have to build this wall. We have to have better enforcement at the border. And they've been able to hide and run from this issue without producing any solutions of how they would keep, drugs and rapists and criminals from crossing the border. They have not been forced to provide solutions. Trump put them on the spot today, and look what you got. You got nothing from them except for hostility.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand